Dear students, welcome you all for the seventh session of the second chapter of Goods and Service Tax, sixth semester, Mangalore University. So, in this session, we are going to discuss one illustration on aggregate turnover. So, my presentation will be first, we will discuss one illustration, then, we will discuss solution for that illustration. So, this is the illustration which is taken from BCom, Mangalore University. So Ritu Private Limited is having a manufacturing units at Mangalore and Chennai. It also has service unit at Mysore. From the following, calculate aggregate turnover of Ritu Private Limited for the year 2018-19. So Ritu Private Limited is a company which has different branches. One is in Mangalore, Chennai and Mysore. So they have made following transactions. Now we have to see whether these transactions are included in aggregate turnover or not. So what are the transactions? Sold goods to Mangalore unit, then sold goods to Mangalore unit to a dealer at Mysore, then supply goods from Chennai unit to UK, then rendered service from Mysore unit to person located in Hubli for 1 lakh, then Mangalore unit supplies non-taxable goods to Narayan at Bangalore, then supplied goods from Mangalore unit to SEZ, then total IGST and CGST paid by Ritu Private Limited for the year 3 lakh, then supplied goods which are exempt from tax from Chennai unit to a dealer at Dharwad for rupees 20,000. Now, what is aggregate turnover? We have already discussed this in the previous session. Aggregate turnover means it is a turnover which includes all the taxable supplies, including exempted supplies, including zero rated supply, including non-GST supply, nil rated supplies, but it will not include GST paid and also inward supply on reverse charge mechanism. So rest all the supply is included in calculation of aggregate turnover. So this aggregate turnover is calculated mainly to identify whether you are crossing the prescribed limit for registration, that is 40 lakhs and 20 lakhs for special category states. Now let us calculate the aggregate turnover for Ritu Private Limited. So calculation of aggregate turnover for Ritu Private Limited. So particulars and rupees. Now let us discuss one by one and we will write. So first one is sold goods from Bangalore into a dealer at Delhi. So it is an interstate supply which is included in aggregate turnover. So supply to dealer at Delhi. So how much is the amount? It is 25 lakhs. Then next one, sold goods. Let's go to the problem. Sold goods from Bangalore into dealer at Mysore. So again it is an intrastate supply. So taxable supply to dealer at Mysore. What is the amount? It's 5 lakh. Then let's go to the third one. What is the third one? Supply goods from Chennai unit to UK. So Chennai to UK means it is a export sales. Okay, that is also included in aggregate turnover. Even though if it is a zero rated, it is also should be included in aggregate turnover. So export supply to UK. So how much is the value? It is 20 lakh. Then what is the next one? Rendered service from Mysore unit to a person located in Hubli. So again, intrastate supply of service here. So that is also included, both goods and services. So service to a person located at Hubli. So how much is the value? It is 1 lakh. Then let's go to the problem. Next one. Mangalore unit supplies non-taxable goods to Mr. Narayan at Bangalore. So again, Mangalore to Bangalore. Between the, yeah, it's not between the branches, it is to a different one. So it is again intrastate supply should be included. Supply of non-taxable goods to Mr. Narayan. So how much is the value? It is 2,50,000. Then let's go to the problem. Supply goods from Mangalore unit to SEZ. So again, worth rupees 5 lakh. Supply to SEZ. Supply goods to SEZ at Delhi. So how much is the value? It is again 5 lakh. Then what we have? Total IGST. So IGST will not be, in the sense we have to minus it. It will not be included in the aggregate turnover. So total IGST and CGST paid by Ritu Limited is for the year is 3 lakhs. So we have to minus this because it will not be included in aggregate turnover. Then supply goods which are exempt from tax. So it is also included. So it is 20,000 exempted supply. Goods to a dealer at Dharwad. So how much is the amount? It is 20,000. So total items are over. All the items we have finished. Now total it up. So total is 58,70,000. So what we have to minus it? So you have to minus GST paid. So total GST, that is IGST and CGST paid. How much it is? So it is given as 3 lakh. So if you minus it from this, you will get the aggregate turnover. So let's minus. Therefore aggregate turnover is aggregate turnover is 55,70,000. So aggregate turnover is 55,70,000. So one thing important is what you have done is we have deducted IGST and CGST with the assumption that this IGST and CGST is already included in this above amount. If it is not included in the above amount, then we need not deduct it. So because whenever there is a transaction, there is a GST has to be paid. So we assume that this much GST has been paid and which is already included in the above transactions. So that you have to remember. If it is not included in the above transaction, then there is no need of deducting this GST separately. We assume that it is included in the above transaction. So we have to give a note, okay, stating that it is included. So we'll give a note. So we have given a note that it is assumed that GST paid is included in the selling price. That is usual practice. Actually, selling price is inclusive of GST usually. Okay, so we assume that it is already included. So that's why we have deducted here. So that's all. So what we can conclude is, since the aggregate turnover is 55,70,000, he is liable for registration. So he has to register because it is more than 40 lakhs. So thank you. That's all from this video. Thank you for watching this video.